Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm excited to share something I found at our local card store. I've never seen this before, and I don't know if you have either. It is a complete set of 1989 Senior Professional Baseball Association cards. There are 132 cards in this set. And very little that I know about what's in here, but I did do a little bit of research just to kind of figure out what it was to see if I wanted to buy it. It was only $5, but this league was formed in 1989, so this is the inaugural season. But then the league folded in 1990, so they only played about 1.5 seasons before it went under. And
nobody wanted to watch it?
Well, I don't think so. It seemed like they had a low turnout for all their games, and I don't think they were televised at all. They played in Florida, all their games. I think it may have been a winter baseball league, and it was made up of all senior players, meaning 35 and older. Some played in the major leagues, I believe, so I'm not sure who we're going to find in here, but we'll recognize some of the names, I think. So let's crack it open and see what we can find in here.
I think it's a good price.
Yeah, it's a good price, but don't really know that you're going to get anything valuable in here. But just an interesting thing to look at some of these names and see what's in here.
So since there are so many cards, how do you want to do this?
Well, I'm just going to put the stack here and we'll pull from it as we go. So I like the little wood background, kind of reminds me of the 87 Topps design. Got a Bill Lee there for the Super Sox. I'm going to go through these kind of quickly until we see somebody we know. Mickey Mahler of the Explorers, Marty Castillo, Jerry Martin for the Orlando Juice. Interesting name.
I like that.
There's a manager, Dick Williams for the Tropics, Amos Otis, Rick Waits, Roy Howe for the Pelicans.
Yeah, you could see barely anybody in the stands.
Ken Landreau, Pat Dobson, another manager, Willie Aikens for the St. Lucie Legends, Jerry Grote, Bob Jones, Dwight Lowry, Pete Falcone. Hey, there's a Raleigh Fingers. That's a nice one.
The best mustache chronicle.
He does have quite a mustache. There's Raleigh playing for the Tropics, West Palm Beach Tropics. It's an interesting little card there. Gary Rajseesh, Bill Campbell, John Matlack. There's Luis Pujols. That is the cousin of Albert Pujols. Of course, played before him, and he played in the major leagues for probably 9 or 10 years. He was a backup catcher for most of his time. Didn't have much of a bat like Albert does, but he was a good defensive player, is why he was able to stay in the league for so long. That's a cool one. Steve Kemp, Darrell Thomas, Steve Henderson, Bobby Ramos, Felix Milan.
Mustache Chronicles.
Definitely a mustache chronicle right there. Bill Travers, Milt Wilcox, Leon Roberts. He's a manager, but he looks like he could play. Paul Mirabella, Dan Meyer doesn't even look like he's 35 years old. Tito Landrum, Cesar Cedeno, Gene Richards, Jim Bibby, Larry Harlow, Dave LaRoche, Wayne Crinchicchi, Bob Molinaro, Butch Hobson, Wayne Nordhagen. I don't know, some of these names never heard before. Most of these names never heard before. Roy Thomas, Lee Lacey. There's an Al Oliver. I've heard of him before. He was a major leaguer. Al Bumpry. Juan Beniquez. There's Ed Figueroa. Definitely know of him. Rick Manning. Dyer Miller.
Orlando Juice.
Yep, got some Orlando Juice cards here. I like how they're OJ on their hats here. And Tom Pickoroke, Doug Corbett, Ken Reitz, Sal Butera. Hey, there's a Bobby Bonds manager card.
It's on the Legends.
Yeah, that's a cool one. It's Barry Bonds' dad.
Oh. That's cool.
Dave Cash, Mickey Rivers, Ray Burris, Pete Laycock. Hey, there's Clint Hurdle, a longtime manager of the Mets. That's a cool one.
It's on the Legends.
Yeah, Legends have got a stacked team here. Rick Wise, Kim Allen, Jim Morrison, Ron Jackson, Randy Lurch, Ike Blessett, George Hendrick,
That's a holy card.
Fergie Jenkins, I've heard of him. Rennie Stinnett, Bob Tolan. We got Rick Peterson, Elias Sosa, Stan Clyburn, Dan Dreesen, Tony Scott, Rafael Landistoli, Jose Cruz.
Oh, he's got some sweet specs.
Tom Stoddard, yeah, signing an autograph and looking real cool.
I keep telling my dad he needs to start a series like Mustache Chronicles called Sweet Specs.
Colin wants to start the Sweet Specs. Alan Bannister, Joe Hicks,
And it would be cool because you find glasses.
Juan Eichelberger,
Burger.
Randy Neiman, he was a major leaguer. Recognize that name. There's Johnny Grubb, another Sweet Specs card.
Yeah.
Randy Bass, George Foster. Hey, we got Vita Blue. I believe he may be a Hall of Famer.
That sounds like some kind of vitamin.
Vita Blue vitamin. Pedro Borbon, John D'Aquisto, Al Hrabowski. There's Dave Kingman. He was a nice player in the majors. Ron Pruitt, Larvell Blanks, Jim Gideon, Doug Simonik.
For some reason, that card looks wrong to me. Like
This one?
been edited in there or something.
The grass is very green.
I know, like it doesn't look right.
Butch Benton. Hey, there's a Ron Washington, third base coach for the Braves now. Manager for the Nationals. Played for the Tropics. That's pretty cool. I might hang on to that. See if I can get Ron Washington to sign that at a Braves game sometime. That'd be cool.
Wait, you can get his autographs there?
Well, if we were able to get down to the sideline and,
That would be a cool one to get.
yeah. There's Jerry Manuel. He was a manager in the majors. I'm not sure about his playing time in the majors. Ron LaFleur, Dick Drago, Bruce Kyson, Steve McCaddy, Earl Weaver. It's Ozzie Virgil. He was a catcher for the Braves. Bernie Carbo, Pete Broberg, Tom Murphy, looking like one of the biggest gloves I've ever seen anybody have before.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Mustache Chronicles.
Mike Easler, There's Joe Pittman.
That's Mustache Chronicles.
Walt Williams. Looks really mean.
He does. Why is he mad at me?
Joe Decker. Toby Hara. Dennis Leonard. Craig Nettles. Jerry White. Bert Campaneris. Final stack here, rounding it down, Joe Sambito. There's Hal McRae. He was a really nice player. Stick that one up there.
Running out of room up there.
Tom Spencer. There's Doc Ellis. There's a documentary about him on Netflix, I believe, about his no-hitter that he threw while under the influence of a controlled substance. So he pitched for the Pirates. Joaquin Andujar, he was another major leaguer. There is Bob Shirley. Garth Iorg, I've seen his name on some baseball cards before. Tim Ireland.
Did he live in Ireland?
No, but these cards were manufactured in Ireland.
Oh, that's cool.
Made in the Republic of Ireland by TOPPS Ireland Limited. Ricky Lysander. There's a checklist with, it looks like, all 132 cards on there. Rodney Scott. Luis Gomez. Mike Kekic. There's UL Washington. Not sure what UL stands for. Lenny Randall. Kurt Flood.
Sweet specs.
He does have sweet specs, but who is this man? He is the commissioner of the Senior Professional Baseball Association. Kurt has become the first player in Major League history to become commissioner of a professional baseball league. How about that? Played 15 seasons in the majors.
Oh, wow.
With the Reds, Cardinals, and Senators.
Senators?
Senators played in Washington before the team left and then returned as the Nationals.
Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Oh, wait, no, Senators, no.
Well, there are Senators in Star Wars, but there are also Senators here on planet Earth.
Oh, yeah, I know.
There's Cleet Boyer, Orlando Gonzalez, and finally, we got Ivan Murrell for the Legends, bringing it home.
So there were, like, no inserts in this set? They're just...
Yep, just the complete base set of all the cards. So, I'd like to know everyone's thoughts on this amazing league that somehow disappeared after 1.5 seasons, even with all this star power. We had guys like Raleigh Fingers in there, Dave Kingman, Doc Ellis, Ron Washington, Vida Blue. I mean, big name after big name. This was really interesting.
That's the next Netflix documentary. The League That Disappeared. Senior Baseball.
All right, let me know what you think in the comments. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe.